All right, ladies and gentlemen, we make our way on to bout number 10 on the card. This one proudly brought to you by Punch Equipment, tested on humans. This bout will be for the WKBF World Super Welterweight title. Please help me introduce, first of all, fighting out of the blue corner from the Gold Coast, Steve Diamond Dale.
And there he is, Diamond Steve Dale. 14 wins and just 6 losses. Even ventured into the boxing, the sport of boxing. Haven't seen him for a little while, but he had a hit out in April this year, a win up in Toowoomba on Phil Renata's show up there, and he did very well.
A little bit of history with me and Steve. Steve had his very first fight on one of my undercards back in 1992 when I fought Mark Pease.
Did he really?
Yeah, we're going way back.
I was there for that. That was at the
Gold Coast Convention
Gold
Centre.
Coast. No, Gold Coast International Hotel.
Yes,
I was there for that. It was then termed, and amazing, was the upset of the year. A young skinny kid by the name of Wayne Carr upset the favourite in Mark Pease from now in the Strikeforce gym and one of the most respected trainers around. These have had a very healthy rivalry over the years between the two gyms, and a great competitor Mark Pease is as well.
And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Rhys Lightning.
There he is, and he's got the colour in the hair as well. He looks very confident. Rhys Lightning with the pink trunks. Oh, he knows where he's at. Oh, this is fantastic.
There's being great fighters and there's also being a great showman. And Rhys has just proved tonight that he's also
not only is he a good fighter, but he's a good showman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. A little bit of Daddy Cool and a little bit of Preacher might be in there, but he certainly is an individual. Rhys Lightning, windy sport. Just 3 losses, 14 wins and 1 draw. Trained by Scotty Moss, the Modern Warrior gym over in Kingston. Lives at Marsden, and guess what? Oh, there he does. It's fantastic stuff. He's got the crowd eating out of his hands, and he's a pawnbroker.
Gentlemen, bow number 10.
He's coming into the coming into the ring with pink hair and pink shorts. Not only you're fighting for world title, but you've also added that extra pressure on yourself, coming out in the bright sort of colours.
He's making a statement, Wayne. You can't deny him that.
Yeah.
There's either one thing. He's either a showman or he can fight.
Yes.
And I think I'll go for the second. I think he's a little bit of both.
Out of the blue corner, with a fight record of 20 fights, 14 wins, weighing in at 68.4 kilograms, trained at the Lee Dar Gym on the Gold Coast. Please give it up for Steve Diamond Dale.
And Stevie, the manager down at Punch
Introducing his
Fighting
opponent,
Equipment.
fighting out of the red corner, with a fight record of 18 fights, 14 victories, weighing in at 69.4 kilograms, trained at Modern Warrior. Please give it up for Rhys Lightning Windy Sport.
And he certainly has some support here, Rhys Lightning Windy Sport.
So he knows them all personally. He deals with them every day, week in and week out.
But without that, Wayne, he's a pretty decent young guy anyway, isn't he? He's what our sport's all about. I love to see these young guys who are at the top of their game. Championship, the Super Welterweight World Championship. As they give each other a big hug and a big smile, but now it's down to business.
This
niceties are over.
This is This is Steve Dale's last fight too. He's going to retire after this one. His whole career, all he's ever wanted is a world title, and tonight's his opportunity, and he wants to finish on a high. He doesn't want some young kid taking away his dream, so I can guarantee you tonight Steve's going to be pouring in 100%.
Look at the body, he has really done the work. He's committed, he's a dedicated, sacrificing sort of young guy. And on the back of those black trunks, he's got his New Zealand logo. He's a very proud Kiwi, but on the back of those trunks, he's got living the dream. And that's what he's doing. He is absolutely living the dream. Hopefully going to go home with a world championship tonight. The World Super Welterweight Championship.
I can't quite remember, but I think Steve's first fight was at super middleweight at 76.
Yes, he has come down in weight. I know that.
And then for him to be 38 years old and to come in at 68.7, I believe. Amazing effort. That just shows how determined he is to win this belt.
His commitment to the sport. Absolutely. But Rhys Lightning looks like his own business too, Wayne. And I mean, you'd have to look at in favour of him. He's just 22 years of age. He hasn't. He's had 14 wins and 3 losses, the same as Steve has had 14 wins and 6 losses. But he's been active. He's currently an active fighter. Just a little blow strays low there, and they touch gloves. Sorry, mate. But, a powerful outside thigh kick there by Rhys Lightning. Windy Sport. Now, Rhys Lightning Windy Sport, that's a sponsor of his, I'd say. Oh, there's another one of those powerful left thigh kicks. Steve Dale goes with the inside thigh kick. Misses with the right hand as...
And back in the late 90s, early 2000s, Steve fought the who's who. He fought Eugene Eckelboom.
Yes, he did.
He also fought, I forgot the name, Baris Nezef on the Super 8.
Baris Nezef was really on top of his game for a long time, wasn't he?
Yes.
But he did. He barred no one, Steve.
He fought Shane Chopper Chapman in New Zealand.
Okay, yep. You go back a little bit away with Shane Chopper Chapman, don't you?
Oh yeah, me and Shane, and Chops.
When you look at it, really over the years, we've had a really great rivalry as we see the end of the first round between Australia and New Zealand, not only in cricket and rugby and league and boxing, but we've also had a great rivalry in Thai boxing as well.
Yes,
and they are equal to the task.
Yeah, they don't like us. Once that bell rings on,
they want to bash us up.
When that bell rings on, they really want to hurt us for some reason.
As referee Brad Hull brings them in for the second round of this World Super Welterweight Champion. We're looking at Diamond Steve Dale in the black shorts with the silver band and piping. And Rhys Lightning Windy Sport in the pink shorts with the unmissable pink hair. Just frustrating Diamond Steve a little bit at the moment, just keeping him off balance, taking the initiative off at him. With a short right hand to the body, but gets clipped with that little left hook that came over the top again, Wayne.
He's got a nice counter, Rhys. Steve seems to be just working on that straight right to the belly.
Yeah, he needs to just do that. He needs to throw a couple more punches than not the one punch.
A bit of variety. Upstairs, downstairs, upstairs. Yeah. Dangerous concentrate downstairs, otherwise an elbow might come down as you're in range.
The boys are wearing these lovely 8-ounce punch competition sports gloves tonight, which Steve has proudly bought. He works for Punch Equipment, and they've been a great supporter of Ian Bronson and also Thai boxing themselves. And he's got some good skills. He clips Diamond Dale with a right hand, and he just smiles, more a little bit of embarrassment than hurt. It sort of says, I got glad you hit me with that punch when you should have.
Rhys seems to be beating him to the punch every time Steve tries to go.
He's not letting Steve set and go first, and that's what he's doing. He's actually just taking the initiative off Steve. Do you think that there's a chance that because of the activity side of things that Rhys Lightning can just outlast Steve maybe if we go into the 4th and 5th rounds?
Yes, he's only 22 years old. He should, in theory, he should be able to go all day
at this pace.
And then Steve at 38, he's got to Yeah,
You'd think
petrol,
coming down the stretch, wouldn't you?
the petrol tank's not quite as full anymore.
Yeah. And there's the inside leg kick.
And then the weight, cutting the weight.
Yeah.
They're all adding factors.
He just starts to, he's a little bit crisper in his execution of what he's doing now. The inside legs kicks hitting, the punches are starting to hit, the knees were starting to find home because the pace of that fight has actually slowed down a little bit from the Steve Dale perspective.
Yes. Yeah. And being active, Rhys has been active for the last couple of years. He's new on the scene, but at the same time, he's been busy. So his eye is going to be in a lot more. Steve's had that long break, and you tend to lose that. You might think you're in range.
He's going to find his range. He's going to find his rhythm a lot quicker than what Steve is going to find, isn't he? You know, so as we prepare for the start of the third round of this World Super Welterweight Championship. Steve really needs to change his tack here. He needs to work a little smarter, and he needs to increase his work ethic to try and match it with Rhys. Windy Sport, Rhys Lightning, Windy Sport. Great sportsmanship between these two young guys. The Modern Warrior Thai Gymnasium over in Kingston. Great bunch of blokes. Scotty Moss got a good team, well-presented team, well-respected team. Stevie's just going with that little short right hand to the body. It's not enough. And Rhys tags him with a left and a right. He's got him onto the back of the ropes. He's frustrating Steve a little bit now. But look, I'll tell you what, he does look like he's done the work, Steve Dale.
Yes, his body says that he's put in the preparation.
And there we go. It's just a little bit of a low blow again as the referee just sends Steve Dale to the neutral corner. And these little things happen because one guy's trying to wrong foot the other guy and trying to get him off balance, trying to keep him on the back foot. And sometimes when they move, when they zig when they should have zagged, I guess.
There's not much room for an inside thigh kick. There's only maybe 10 inches, and then if the fighter's coming in, it's easier. The caption.
I have a feeling that Steve just thinks that he really needs to work the body of Rhys Lightning to slow him down, and that's what he's trying to do, but it's largely ineffectual for him at the moment, and I think he needs to start throwing a lot of punches rather than just getting tagged with a one punch like he is there. Then the knee came into play. Now Rhys Lightning starting to dominate this round, just that little bit extra. There he gets tagged again, Steve Dale.
They don't seem to be hard shots that he's getting caught with, but Steve's
frustrating
body reaction is making it look like he's getting hit by Mike Tyson.
Absolutely.
You've got to try and do the poker face and pretend.
You can see the crowd here, Wayne, are really getting behind Rhys Lightning because with everything that he's doing, they're spurring him on more, encouraging him to sort of, he's doing there as he tries with others. Little high, but was still quite effective. Is the dream going to turn into a nightmare for Diamond? I hope not, because he's a better guy, but he deserves better, but he's giving it his all. Fighting for the World Super Welterweight Championship, but he's got a young gun in front of him. You've seen the end of the third round here at Muay Thai on the Metro number 4 here in Logan. What a terrific event. I just said about Diamond Dale. Stephen Dale is on the back of his trunks, is living the dream. Is it going to turn into a nightmare for Steve? I hope not, but he's fighting a very, very accomplished young guy tonight.
Yeah, he is, mate, and he looks like he's getting a bit outgunned now. But I think, seriously, win, lose or draw, he's living a dream. I mean, after all these years in the sport, he still gets to do what he loves.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but he's looking like he's got a big job ahead of him now.
Well, it's a hard job because he's got a young guy who's fit, who's actually match fit. And you know, I remember an interview with the great John McEnroe. Now, if you ever wanted to show anybody how to play tennis, you wouldn't let him watch John McEnroe. But John McEnroe said once, I don't do running, I don't practice all that much. I just play fit, I just play matches, and I get myself match fit. Because if you're not match fit, you can't win the contest. And that's really what it boils down to here, is the fact that Steve hasn't had a lot of ring time in recent times, where Rhys has, and that's now really just starting to show. He's got Steve on the back foot. He's just frustrating. He's not hurting Steve, but he's just frustrating Steve and not allowing Steve to fight his own fight.
Yeah, I believe so, mate. I mean, Steve was definitely qualified for this world title shot, but I did try and talk him into having 1 or 2 lead-ups before he fought someone so young and seasoned. And yeah, but
that's not Steve.
No, it is. No, Steve wanted to jump straight in the deep end, and
it's all or nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think that might be just taking us dividends now because, like you said, he's just getting beaten to the shot, and he's just getting slightly frustrated.
He's still competitive.
Oh,
Make
definitely.
no mistake, he's still competitive.
For sure.
And when you look at the body on the guy, you know,
Yeah.
it's amazing the amount of work he's done for 38 years of age. And I take my hat off to him. I know him personally. He's a really decent guy. He's been great for the sport of Thai boxing here in Queensland through his company, Punch Boxing Equipment, or Punch Muay Thai Equipment. And he supports everyone like yourself and a lot of the other gyms and a lot of the other promoters as well. And can he pull it out of the fire? Let's hope he can, as the flying elbow of Rhys Lightning Windy Sport hits the mark, and a forward elbow by Steve Dale at the end of the fourth. And Rhys, he's cranking up the crowd here. There's a couple of thousand strong people here at the Metro. He's got him almost eating out of his hand.
Yes, he does. He's quite a popular young fighter.
We've got some real celebrities in the crowd tonight too. The who's who of Thai boxing in not only in Queensland but in Australia have, as I said in our interview a little earlier on, and it's just terrific to see. Do all of that for these years. They weren't a title fight, but you put these guys on, simply to show that it's not about just trying to throw two guys in a boxing ring together. And look at the sportsmanship of these two guys. Ian, we have to take our head off here tonight. Look at this. Look at the crowd participation of these guys. And this is what it's all about. They're cranking the crowd up, and now they're going to hurt each other.
They are. They're going to go for it. This is awesome. Look at them. They're both in it.
And they both want it.
They're going after each other now.
Rhys knows he's on the verge of doing something beautiful. Diamond Steve Dale knows he's living a dream, and he's doing something that was almost impossible.
Yeah. Classic old line versus new line, this one.
Absolutely, that hurt.
That hurt big
that
time.
Right hand, that right kick, and so did that. Certainly got the attention of Steve.
Look how tough Steve Dale is.
Oh.
There's no quitting him, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. How would you be cutting him off and sort of saying, I'm going to paint your lights out? Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah, step out here, old man. You'll be in trouble with me.
Oh, he's really just starting. Oh, the cup has just moved a little bit as our referee, Brad Hull, just puts it in. And
I'm not sure, but I think Brad Hull might have enjoyed that.
Yeah. Of course, our guys in Thai boxing don't use the big cup like professional boxers do, because it restricts their movement. They tend to use what we call a cricket box, and a cup that just sits inside a pair of jocks or a pair of specially designed inner pants.
Yeah, and made of steel usually.
And generally made of steel, and often they just move. It's not so much the blow; it's just the force that moves the cup. And look, his skills are still there. He saw that reverse spinning back fist, and he just ducked under it, and he hits Rhys Lightning with a nice right hand to the top of the chin, right on the cheekbone.
Definitely. This is a classic example of Steve, who's been around the sport for so many years. And the modern Warrior Gym, they've only been on the scene for 4 years.
Yep.
And they've already got their first boy fighting for a world amateur title.
Absolutely. So. And this is what our sport's all about, Ian, isn't it?
Look at him go.
A young guy. Look at them, and they call each other on, and they're going for it. The crowd are standing up here at the Logan on Metro. They're on their feet as these two warriors absolutely go for it like you wouldn't believe. The big right hands, the skills. He's sound in his defence, Steve Dale.
Entertaining fight.
And he's great in his attack. What tremendous sportsmanship. Sadly, the dream is not going to be the dream. I don't think he's won the fight, but let me tell you, he's won me over. He's won the crowd over with his effort, with his never say die attitude.
Yes. And it was good to see young Rhys. He's had a bit of criticism of late, which I copped as well for giving him a title shot because he's coming off a couple of losses. But in saying that, the losses were very close. They could have gone either way, but he just didn't quite finish strong in those fights. And that's the one thing he had to change to take something like this, which he's done, because if he relaxed in round 4s or 5 at all, Steve could have come back and taken it.
He loses the fight.
Definitely, yes.
He 99% did not win the fight for him tonight. He needed to be 100%.
Exactly.
Because I'll tell you why. It was the classic, the adage, old head, young head.
Bout number 10 on the card tonight, proudly brought to you by Punch Equipment. After 5 sensational rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. They have come back with a unanimous decision. And the WKBF World Super Welterweight Champion, from the red corner.
There it is. There's no surprises there. The new super welterweight champion of the world is the guy with the pink hair, Rhys Lightning. And let me tell you, this young guy deserves every accolade that he can.
Keep it going.
And he has answered his critics in the best possible way. And look at the respect of these two guys as they get down, bow and acknowledge each other. And you tell me that this sport is for thugs. This is all about respect. This is all about credibility and all about guys who just show nothing but respect for their opponent, the rules, the regulations, the sport. And look at the camaraderie.
Yeah,
look at Scott Moss.
great.
He's so proud of his young warrior.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with our victor, Rhys. Mate, you came out here to a new song with a new name, and you go home with a new belt and a new title.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Now, mate, you always look like you have fun, but you especially look like you enjoyed it tonight.
I loved it tonight. You know, when Steve called me out for the fight, I was like, oh, all right. At the start, I will admit, I was a bit angry, but, you know, then I just realised it's part of the sport. If you want the fight you want, you've got to do what you've got to do to get it. Just the thing is, you don't do it to boys from Logan. We take it a bit personally because we've only got a reputation, but but it's all good. And yeah, now I've got nothing but love for the kid. Bloke, man, he's getting married with a kid. So yeah, I've got nothing but love for him. So that's all good.
You got some people you want to thank?
I've got a bit of a list. First of all, I want to thank my bosses from Cash King and sponsors, 48 Main Street, Bean Lee, they're up the top there. They're just phenomenal with everything they helped me do for this training. They let me take months off work to go to Thailand. Took the week off just to do my final preps. Also thank Footscray Engine Reconditioning for sponsors. NRG Body Sculpting. NATO is my personal trainer for all my fitness, and hence why I've now got a six-pack, not a flab pack like most fights. And most of all, I want to thank Batmum. She's down here in the pink shirt. She's another reason I wanted to win this fight. So can you come up here, Mum? I know you won't get in the ring, but come up. Because being a pawnbroker, you start to get a bit tight on money. And it's the old love's birthday tomorrow. So I'm saving it. And this belt's for Mum for all her troubles that she puts me through. And for all the hell that I put her through on my diets. So Mum, this title's for you. Happy birthday. And thank Ian Bronson for putting the show on. Absolutely every one of our supporters that comes out to make these fights. Every day that I say I've got a fight, everyone's always, yep, how much? I'll be there. They travel to watch me fight. Everyone from Modern Warrior, the fight team that are up early, Bully, get me in saunas, Crew Scotty holding my pads, Jordan getting beaten up by Mark Saraceno. And also I'd like to thank Phil Burnett from Angel Gym, all the NTG boys, Mr. Nuggets, Siren, Daddy Cool, and yeah, that's everyone. I think if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. But yeah, let's go catch a Powerade.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the new WKBF World Super Welterweight Champion, Rhys Lightning. And it couldn't have happened without this guy, Steve Dale. Mate, I know you preferred to have that around your waist, but as you were just telling me, 38 years old, mate, you're in top shape, great fight.
Yeah, thanks. I'd like to thank Rhys. You're a gun, mate. I hope you have a good career in the sport. I'd like to thank my team, Jojo, Blair, and all the boys. That's my last fight. I'm retiring tonight.
A good note to do it on.
Probably the best way I could have done it. And obviously, I would have loved to have won the title, you know, but, you know, let's be honest, I'm 38. So, the younger fella won tonight. I'd just like to thank my fiancée, Kath. It's been a long road, so I've loved the sport so much, and to go out tonight, it's just a dream. So, thanks everyone for coming. Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for both our combatants, Steve Diamond Dale and the victor, Rhys Lightning Windy Sport.